How you guys are doing? This is Resilient Queen, and I'm just checking in on you all. I literally, clap my literally just laying down. How you guys doing? Yes. Ooh, the lighting is good. How you guys are doing? Hope you guys are having a wonderful night. I know many of you probably at bed, but good night. If you're new, this is Resilient Queen. And if you're not new, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Resilient Queen, little life, ups and down life, but it's her life, it's her, this is, whatever she is, that's what you see. You know what I mean? So, how are you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing wonderful, awesome, amazing, wherever you are. Yes. Today I was on the gram. I was on the gram, Come on, cook some delicious food. It was really tasty, And then I found out that barbecue sauce, what they call it, Baby Ray barbecue sauce. I was doing that video there. I had that video out now with that bean with the chili. That bean with the chili. It wasn't so the brand, that kind of brand there with I forgot the other kind of grains that was in that chili too. And I didn't like it much, but I heard a voice that put some barbecue sauce. So I put some barbecue sauce in there, and I'm telling you, it make a whole lot of difference. A whole lot of difference, people. So yeah, and we made a good meal. You know, made a good meal and everything. So everything was good. I had a good day. Look agitated in the end, because I had to demand my son about an hour ago before he went to bed to clean up his room. Because anybody watch that cleaning room video where I clean my kids' room up, where I steam the carpet, do everything, and then they try to mess it up. I'm like, no, that's not fair to me. I still have to clean my room in terms of rearranging the stuff from my mother's leave. I just be in doing the kitchen, doing the living room, doing that bathroom, and I just set the water up and say I'm gonna clean the bathroom, and I haven't even done it. The bathroom, like basically I guess bathroom. Not the one you take the shower in, but the other one. Just our toilet and a sink. So I set up the water, mop, sweep out in there, just got a mop, sweep, mop out the hallway and everything. So, yes, I had a productive day today, must say. Get bored easily, but I had a productive day, It wasn't bad, it was smooth sailing. And, yeah. So how was you guys? How are you guys day to? How was it? Or whichever is out there, how are you guys doing? Hope you guys are having a blessed night, whether you're at work, wherever you are, you know. God bless you all. But I'm here just chilling. Look, as I talk about chilling, they were talking about that store that I love to go shop at. They were saying that they sell chitlins. I need to go try out chitlins, try to see if I could cook some chitlins. I don't know, I need to try that. Everybody say it nice. So I need to try cook some chitlins. I never cook it. Never cooked that before. And I heard it's on sale. A lot of people here like chitlins. It's like the stomach of the pig or something like that. I wouldn't mind try it. Let's see. That lighting that I had earlier, boom. And then I just charge this light here that my son discovered that use a USB charger. So at night, no, I don't have to have that light on. I'm charging the other one, so when it's finished, fully charged, then I can put it back in the wall port there. So Can be connected.
So that in a way might make it harder.
So he almost done with his room. So I told him to go to his bed. So they all went to bed, and
For real? For she did. Wow. Yeah.
from the say relaxing, relax, and then my neck is hurting me too, and I don't know why. Like what they call it, muscle plasm or plasm, not plasma, muscle plasm or something like that. You know, when the neck gets stiff at the back. I don't know why. Early is so hurtful. You know, it's like you can't bend your neck. It's just so hurtful. Don't know why. So, yeah, my son was massaging it for me, but it still hurt a little bit. Yeah, it still hurt a little bit.
Oh my God. That was crazy. Do you think there's going to be any end to this, or is she going to do this for the rest of your career? Open came to the opening night. I want
Oh
to bring up Magic
yes.
Johnson because I know he came, and I know that that
So
was not the first
I
time you
can't
guys
wait
met.
for me to finally finish up everything. So, because from my mom left, as I kept complaining, I haven't slept in my roommate because I was keeping, everything like that. I know I had stripped the bed, wash everything
From Magic.
and everything, but I just haven't gone back in my room. So, uh, so I just can't wait to get everything together. And I'm always trying to get the kids' place together. You know, the kids are the main ones.
Was your mom there too? Did she? Was she like? You were on the bench with Magic. His mom right here going,
Oh
"Hide those
yes.
teeth."
Well, I'm just here chilling, people. In little pain, but
Film John David Washington
nothing
was
too alarming or anything. Nothing alarming. I wouldn't say too alarming. Nothing alarming. It's nibbling pain, but who don't have nibbling pain sometime after a long day of standing, working hard, carrying heavy basket, heavy days, moving around, you know, until you have extra pains. You know what I mean? Such is life. But wherever you are in your journey, it's life. It's what it is. Count it and count it as a blessing. And you can never give up. When your blessing is coming, that's when things will come in your way. And if you don't learn how to fight to get out of that, you will always stuck right there. So you just have to keep motivating yourself, keep empowering yourself, keep believing you. Even when nobody believes in you, you gotta keep believing. Because it's not all the time you're gonna have people around you that really 100% believe in you. Some people gonna be 50, some people gonna be all the numbers. Like how you count? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You know what I mean? So you're gonna have some who's so too. It's just empty, you know? And you don't want to be in those kind of league where you're just empty. So you want to be, empowering to yourself. And once you know how to motivate yourself and push yourself, which it can be very challenging, especially when you have children and you're just alone. Not everybody who are single can really deal with the single lifestyle with children. Because some days you just want a break and you don't have no break. You know what I mean? Some days you just want to just lay back and just no voice, no nothing, or not even hear voice, not even your voice you don't want to hear. You just want to lay down, you just want to relax, and then you look again and say like, wow, it's hard. You know what I mean? But nevertheless, they're gonna grow up. They're gonna grow up. They're gonna grow up into young man, young woman, and The only difference is when they're growing up, you're growing up too. And then by the time you're ready to enjoy your life sometime, you probably knock out, you're not here no more, so such is life, you know what I mean? You make the sacrifice and then sometimes you getting older, all kind of pain, arthritis, all kind of problems. So therefore, it's like you can't win to lose. But guess what? We have life, we got everything, man. We just gotta keep going, keep going. It's like since now when I moved the dresser in the kids' room, the little one keep talking to me, ma, the remote. I can't find the remote. I plugged the TV in, but I can't find it. I said, please close the lid. He was just talking, talking. Whenever he closed the lid, I said, let me find it. Give me a second. Hold on. Because he wouldn't stop talking. And I'm like, wow. And then he kept talking. Even when I said close the lid, he kept talking. I'm like, man, can I look for the remote for you? He just kept talking. Ma, I can't find the remote. Can't find the remote. And then he used a lot of hand gesture. He said it. And then while the big one was cleaning him up, and then he went there and I told him, go help your brother. And he went there and he helped his brother clean up. Mom, I was helping my brother clean up. Then that little boy gonna tell me, I'm done. He'll take off one little toy. I mean a tiny little toy in his hand. And this little boy gonna tell me he's finished cleaning up. I said, boy, go back in there and help your brother. So he went in there and he didn't do much. But at least if he moved something, that's still big help. Because these kids are something else. But I told him it's not fair to me to keep cleaning their room and my room is left there. I said, no, I need to rearrange my room too. I need to sleep in my room. Even though my room is just there because when my mom came and she left, I wanted my room to remain the way it was. Anybody know who your parents just come and go. It's not like they live with you or anything. So once they leave and if they used to stay in your room, you're going to let the room stay the way it is. It's like, you know, so that's what I did with mine. So but it's now time now to say, okay, I need to shuffle things up. You know what I mean? But I can't be keep constantly cleaning their room because every little thing and if any little thing should ever happen to children and people need to come and say, oh, let me check the home they're from, or let me check this. You don't want to see your kids' room messy and all of that. Then they gonna start judge you, not realizing the kids, you tired, you exhausted, you drained, and the kids and just say, you know what? Let's drain her some more. So even though I'm drained or something, sometimes that's the honest truth, especially on Thursday when you have to get up, get them to school, and then you have to wait for so long. In a line. Don't get me wrong, you get a lot of stuff like you go to a grocery store, but that's a long hour. You grab your ticket and you wait and you wait. So I say go. You still have to be grateful because it put meal on your table. You know what I mean? Well, such is life, though, people. You have to just still keep pushing. The fight is real, the juggle is real. And for anybody who are YouTuber and aspire to be a YouTuber as well, never give up. Because a lot of people just become successful now. Don't get me wrong, they probably had a breaking point where they feel like, you know what? Nobody watching, nobody doing this, and nobody subscribing, nobody this, nobody that. And probably the time when they just stop think like that, that's when God give them their breakthrough. Or that's let's say that's when a breakthrough came through for them. You know what I mean? When you stop think like that, you just do what you have to do, and one day, you'll always be recognized. One day, if your number is not shuffled in the deck right now and it don't come up, because it's not your time yet. But when it's your time, your number will be called. That's such is life. So we just have to be grateful, as we take this journey. And then the weather was so nice today. It was colder than all the rest of the days that that has already gone. But the weather was so nice. What time is it? I think it's like 12 o'clock now. Okay, it's 12:08. So yes, yesterday the weather was beautiful. Was very beautiful. Even though I was in a short sleeve, everybody was saying, yeah, yeah, but the weather was really nice, guys. It wasn't enough to say, yeah, even though this kind of weather, if you're not accustomed to it, you want to gear yourself up, even if it's just a little chilly, because it's flu season now. So even if you just say, oh, the weather not that bad, but you gotta remember, if you're not used to the weather, then it's different. But I'm used to it by now. I've been here for a while, so I used to it by now. You know what I mean? I've been here when we had the worst storms, snow storm or whatever. So, well, in my year of time since I'm here, I'm not talking previously, because before, house used to cover down all the snow and stuff. And then I saw in news where some places like Colorado, they're getting snow now too. So we're not getting ours yet, but we won't get none till probably about December. I'm not sure. Sometimes it's Christmas Day we get snow too. Like last year we get a little bit. I think on Christmas Day we get a little bit on the ground. Yeah. So, some places are getting the snow now. They were showing them on TV, but I remember very vividly Colorado is getting it right now. So, while we glad back here, I'm pretty sure, well, people who live the year in year, they used to it. Even if they wouldn't mind it slow down, but they used to it. People are accustomed to it. Such is life. But wherever you guys are, just make sure you guys be safe and everything. Because such is life. This morning, it come on the news where there was an accident on the east side, and two young lady passed away. And when I watch the news since night, one of them died, left a young baby. And then the person who caused the accident, he's in the hospital. So, but the two young, and then it's so funny. They show a video of the two young lady like having the last moment. They were in the car, like they were, enjoying themselves with their hand going up in the air. Oh my God! And that was, they said basically that was like maybe the last video of them. Yeah, two beautiful young lady going like that. And, everything is still under investigation, so you don't even really know if that person who caused the accident was drinking and driving, or you don't know if that person was under the influence of anything. You know what I mean? We just have to wait first, but it's terrible because one was in the car while the car caught fire. Mm. I tell you, going out about your daily life, your daily business, but man, somebody is going out, but they don't. In their mind is messed up, and they will even realize that if you drink and drunk and everything, stay away from the steering wheel. I have a designated driver, to get you from point A to point B, that sure that's not gonna drink, so that if you have to be in the passenger seat, you relax. Nothing wrong with entertaining yourself or enjoy yourself, but being the driver, and then, well, I don't know what happened yet, but I'm just saying it can be anything, it can be anything, but it's crazy. But when I saw the pictures of the young girl, well, I don't know how old they are. Two beautiful lady, and then one of them have I think a 1 year old. I said, can you imagine? Wow. I always say yes, life goes on, but when I become sad for a lot of stuff is when your life taken recklessly. You know what I mean? It's not like you're dying naturally from a natural cause or old age or anything. Recklessness. You know what I mean? And there's different ways to say recklessness. When we talk about a lot of stuff. But in this case, is driving, and you don't know if they were driving under the influence of anything, you know what I mean? So that's reckless, you know what I mean? Those things are very tough to deal with, in my opinion. As opposed to somebody who you know is like, even if you have the monster running, which is the cancer, I call him the monster. Because he just took one of my aunt away. The aunt who used to bake and everything, make sure Christmas everybody's straight. Whether you talk to her or not, you make sure everybody's straight. You know what I mean? So, monster just took her away. But those are disease that comes in the body, you know. I tear you apart sometimes, tear you apart so fast, and sometimes it takes you slowly, deteriorate you. Give you look longer, give you look longer till you can't live no more. And sometimes it goes undetected, and then by the time you find out it's too late. You know what I mean? But those things I don't worry much about, because we know that something will take you home. But when you have to go recklessly, you know, that's the challenge. You know, it's like reckless driving, and that person could have been here. You know what I mean? One more year, one more. Even though they say you don't know what destiny is like, which is true. You don't, you know what I mean? And that's why in your going out and coming in, you have to put God first, because you never know what's the journey of life is all about. You know, because I always say, if we are already have a slight idea of what is ahead of us, a lot of us could change our route, change what we're doing, don't go anywhere, stay home, relax, chill. Or if it's a case where you think you're home and something is telling you need to leave before this time or X time, then you could have leave, you know, because then you would be able to foresee what is going on. But in your imagination, or how I'm thinking now, our reality is not the same thing, you know what I mean? There's no warning sign. Alright, so sometimes your instinct could tell you that something is going wrong, but then you didn't say it out aloud, so nobody. And even if you say it out aloud, some people might look at you because they see you in the natural life now and laugh after you. Even if you say, you know what, I'm having a headache now, but because they can't see the headache, they might laugh or say, she just talking or anything, but not realizing that in actuality it is happening. You know what I mean? So it's like somebody who tell you, no, I'm not feeling good about this. Or I don't want to go, my nose itch. Or I don't want to go about this. You know what I mean? So it's tough. Like when I used to go to, as I'm talking, you know, it's sometimes when you're talking, you remember stuff. You don't remember it until you're talking. Like when I was going to all age school, I remember there was this young guy living in my community. And that morning he was going to school. He was heading to Manchester High School in Manchester, Jamaica. And he woke up and told his mom he don't feel like go to school today. And his mom said, no, you're going to school. And he end up on the bus. I forgot the name of the man. The man I think was a preacher or something like that. He end up took the bus that is, I think his mother boyfriend was driving, along with another guy that I go to school with too. He's still alive, that guy. I don't know if he's still alive now, but I know he was still alive before I migrate. And he told his mom he didn't feel like go to school, and his mom said, no, you're coming out the house. That was the last of him. Bus crash. On the way, go heading to Mandeville, the bus crash. I forgot what he crashed into or whatever. Because it's years now since I was a kid. Yeah, little kid. Very little, around 10, about 10, 11. Somewhere there. Or maybe 14, 15, somewhere there. Somewhere there, I don't know. I don't remember quite well, but I remember that. And he told his mom he was going to school, and back in the days, parents will tell you gotta go. So even if you say you have a headache, you don't feel like the parents tell you gotta go. Yes, they stole his shoes off his foot, everything. Cause they were kind of nice people in a society, nice, nice place, nice this, nice that. You know what I mean? While you're walking and looking around, you know what I mean? Never live. Very smart. 'Cause he had to be smart to go to Manchester High. Yes, that's one of the top school in Amandeville there too. I said one of them. Back in the days, you have to get some nice, 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 good up grade to go there. So you know what I mean. I- right now, if I'm here and because I know about that, you know, if my son here now and he's like the other day, he was here and he was saying, "Mama, my eye hurt." The next day, I don't even put him around the computer. I say, "Boy, go rest." I literally because the good thing with the computer, all his work was on it. I tell him literally go rest. You know what I mean? Hola, how are you? I literally tell him to go rest. Welcome. Because sometimes we want the best for our children, but sometimes pushing them to the limit can end up never know when you're going to see that's the last of them or anybody at all. You know what I mean? It's life. Anybody at all. I could be talking to you and then you're like, damn, you know? Wow, what is man? That's what we used to say back in the days. When you I say, but ain't yesterday I talked to X so and so and he was hearty hearty. Yeah. Looking hearty doesn't mean you're hearty. You can be dealing with a lot of stress, underlying issues, a lot of stuff. Bills gotta pay, everything pile up, it stress you out internally because not everybody wanna show their vulnerable not everybody wanna show that side of them, which I understand because I'm somewhat of that kind of person too. I rather try to tough it out a little bit until I can't tough it out no more. You know what I mean? And it's good to always try to tough things out until you can't tough it out no more. It's like holding on to the last straw. You know, so it's good to try to see how challenging yourself sometimes is good. It don't hurt to challenge yourself. It hurt when you don't challenge yourself to see how you would survive. Would you lower your pride, like go into a food pantry, grab some stuff to save you and your children's life, or you just sit there let your pride kill you, or your pride and joy kill you. Not when I have children around me, that won't happen. If it was me by myself, maybe yeah. But when I have kids now, they gotta eat. If I cook the food and they don't want it, it's on them, but it's right there for them to eat. Oh, good night, my dear. Good night. God bless you, my dear. Thank you all. Thank you for your support. Appreciate. And as I always said, to everyone who accustomed to me so far, you want me to check out a video or anything you post or so just you don't even have to watch any of my videos or anything. You can just say hey under one of them or whatever, and I will click on your profile there because I got a mama brain, and that way it worked for me. Because when somebody comment under my video, I can always click on their video and go watch a couple of their videos. And sometimes I can always go back and watch again because all you have to do go back to your feed, you know what I mean? So that kind of help me to keep me remembering stuff, you know. So thank you for stopping by.
He's somebody that
But,
so this is not
man,
like a situation where you've known him since he was a little kid or anything like
yes, I'm so much to be grateful for, so much,
Is it true?
you know.
I've read this on a number of occasions that Denzel Washington
And that's why
auditioned
I
to play
always say
Tubbs
that
on Miami
the
Vice.
moment you get to see your children, give them all you can. But they say, oh, this is this. You can make anything age appropriate for children to understand.
Okay, all
Because
right.
look at those two young ladies. One of them had children, you look at the other one didn't have any. And their life just taken away just like that. And one died left a 1 year old child. She never get to even talk to her child about anything. She never get that chance. So for everybody who have children growing up between 3 all the way up, talk to those children. Sometimes you will say, "Oh, about that child not gonna remember nothing. That child ain't gonna this." But if you keep reinforcing things in that child's head, he or she will remember.
Yes.
And I know that for sure with my children. Anytime I don't reinforce something with them, they don't remember. But if I keep riveting it in their head, we say ribbit in Jamaica. We always say we ribbit things in the kids' head. So it's like, in other words, say reinforce stuff. It's like you go over their homework and you help them with their homework so they can understand what was taught at school or what was said, how the homework need to be done, you know, and stuff. But everybody don't lucky enough to get that chance. Cause that one lady that her life was taken, she didn't get the chance to teach that little young child nothing. You know what I mean? And it's sad. And that's why I always say, every time you see your children, make everything count. You can't worry about nobody else. You make it moment count. Listen on the news again. A construction worker. They keep telling people pull over when you see construction worker. Some people, I'm driving, and when you're in a construction zone, you reduce the speed limit. Yes, because you can get a ticket for that. Going past the speed in a construction zone, even if the speed limit say 30 meter at the speed limit within that area. Once you hit the construction zone, you have to slow it down a little bit more, especially if workers are there. If no worker is there, you can always proceed with the speed limit that is accurate for that area. You know, but when what worker is on the road, you have to go a little slower. Because all it takes to make an error is an error. It's all it takes to make an error is an error. Don't take nothing else. You slip, you slide very easily. By the time you realize what is happening, you correct yourself in somebody. So now there's construction worker who lost their life there as well. The good thing, they said the person had stand and stay on the scene. So it's tough, it's tough. And those are the things that are very sad to me. It's not the natural causes of anybody going away, because we are gonna go. It's just those recklessness, those carelessness, not paying attention, and all these things. Mind you, we're human beings. We're not perfect. You know what I mean? But I'm out there driving and I see a lot of people, if you're going look slow, they don't even consider to say, I wonder if this person is a new driver. Because it's only new driver would be like this. Or I wonder if this person is an elderly person that's just driving and maybe lose their train of thought. They, if you don't know what to do, is that they're trying to run you over and you're ahead of them. When safe to do so, this old elderly man told me, just pull over. If you look, you check, always check in the mirror, you see somebody right up under your taily, and you realize that they're not leaving off of your tail because they want to pass, or you get out the way. You ain't gonna kill yourself so they could be happy. Put on your indicator so you can move out the way if there is a way to move out of. Because sometimes the road you're on, there is no way for you to scoot over because the road is so tiny. When I mean tiny, if traffic is coming and that person can't wait because he's so anxious, then you just have to continue go the way you're going. Or sometimes people car can be giving trouble and they be crawling with the car because people don't even understand, mindfulness. And another thing, you put on the four-way flasher if you realize something wrong, and then when safe to do so, that person that is hitching behind you can, get the understanding to say something is wrong with your car, so don't linger behind me. Go around me when safe to do so, in terms of nothing is coming in the other lane when it's a two-way street. If you have more than one lane to go about your business, that's different. Because they can always go over in the other lane, but if there's no another lane to go into, it's best to put your four-way flasher on, because sometimes your car give in trouble. Are you in there and people need to either get to work, get about where they need to go. They don't have no time to sit behind a slow driver. But drivers have to be also considerate and pay attention to say, what if this person who's driving ahead of me, what if this person is an elderly person? Okay, when most people become elderly, they drive slow, real slow. Cause one day I was driving behind a car and I'm like, why is this car going so slow? When I check the speed limit is 30. And that person was doing less than the speed limit. And they tell you already. Things like those can cause an accident, but at the same time, you still have to be on the alert to pay attention. Because if you're paying attention, you will realize that this car ain't going nowhere because you've been paying attention. So when safe to do so, if you have enough space, because sometimes they take up the whole road. It's like they're not paying attention to their mirrors, because your mirrors are very important, you know. And they not even look when I look in my mirror, because sometimes you're going about your daily business and you're just staring out of the outer space and not really just. And when I catch yourself and look in the mirror, I'm like, okay, somebody too close to me. I check I turn around, not turn around. I look at the speedometer thing, and I'm like, wow. And then because I go around the block most time, I know the speed limit for the around the block. Either 25 or 30 around the block. Further up might be 30, 35, 40. 45, 50, depending. And if you're on the freeway, well, I don't go on the freeway no more. I used to, but I don't. You know.
And if they tell you like John Stamos is going to be your brother, then you're like, okay, yeah, I can do that.
But such is that. But wherever you are in this world, I hope you guys are having a productive night, a blessed night, or I hope early, while you were guys are out. If you're not out, I hope you guys had a prosperous day, had a good day, and whatever was bothering you, you try to figure it out and heal from it. I know that one day change will come. We gotta keep pushing, keep hoping, keep believing, and keep trusting that change will come. And as the Hope Crew would normally say, hashtag Hope Crew, hashtag keep posting, keep doing what you guys have to do, and never give up. The journey to success is not to give up. Yes, that's what the plans that the enemy want is for you to give up so they can always love that. But do you want to love yourself, or do you want to let the enemy win? You know what I mean? No, you can't do that. You have to keep pushing. You know, once you keep pushing and hoping and praying, you will be restored. You know what I mean? I'm a true testament of that. A lot of time, sometimes even from the past 2 weeks or so, I'll be down a little bit. You guys might not see it because it's not shown sometimes, you know. But I'll be down a little bit about stuff, and then I had to motivate myself to get out of whatever I'm in. I had to start thinking deep and wide to get out of what I am in, because I got my children and it's just me and my children, you know. And it's not like people calling and say, hey girl, I'm checking on you, see how you're doing, how the kids or anything. The most people will call me and check on me is my mother, and my sister. So those are the two persons that will literally call and check on me 95% of the time. My mom and my sister. Every now and then, I know people got their own life to live, so you know what I mean. But that's the only two literal person you call and say, "Hey, girl, how you doing? How's the kids?" and blah blah blah. You know, and that's it. But at least you still got those kind of people. You know what I mean? Whether they're family, whether they're friends, or so. And even though once in a blue moon, I might have one or two people call me and say, "How are you? You all right?" You know what I mean? But that's about it. But you know who I have who check on me every day? My father, bro. He check on me every day. He make sure I'm good. When I'm not good, I just sit down in my small corner and I just pray to him. And I say, God, I want you to restore me. That behavior I had yesterday was not nice, or whatever it was. I was able to sit down in my little peaceful corner and talk to him one on one. Interact with him. Yeah. With anything, whether it's just going in the car, whatever I'm doing. Sometimes I get up and as soon as I get up in the morning time, sometimes I head to the kitchen because I gotta make the little one his cereal or something. You know what I mean? Well, I fed both of them in the morning. You know, fed them their cereal and milk. I boil it like a porridge like. I feed them it. They like it. You know, think about you give them cold cereal with milk. Eh? I don't deal with none of that. I warm the cereal up and give it to them. Because I always say, you just think about yourself. If you can have gas sometime, gas your stomach up. Can you imagine a poor little child? You just throw some cold milk and some cereal and give it to them. I rather lukewarm it. Lukewarm the milk, at least. You know what I mean? Some people like cold cereal. Me? Nope. Well, such is life, people. We have a lot to give God thanks and praise for. If you live and live. And my muscles is kind of sore too because I was doing the king of squat exercise. That really work on your body, guys. When you finish, you breathing so hard. You might look and say, oh, but this person not bending down. But I literally, I know that if I take it serious for the first 2 weeks and keep doing it, yes, I'll get it. I just gotta keep doing it to strengthen the core and strengthen the muscles and stuff. Cause I was watching a video of him giving tips and stuff. My head, my neck is hurting me. Yeah, you know what I mean. But such is life, people. Such is life. Let me turn this. Oops, my neck is hurting. Let me turn this TV here down. It's a 17, but it's so high. Let me turn it down. I put that lemon scent chemical in the the bucket to mop the floor and I didn't even mop it. Not the nearest carpet, but I mean the bathroom that I want to clean. I didn't even mop it. You know, I didn't even mop it. But yes, guys, it's not a bad night. Not a bad night at all. I was a little bit irate earlier. Just about it because sometimes you have to get on top of the boys, the kids. You know, I got two boys, and sometimes I have to get on top of their nerves to clean up. You know, I don't like that. You know, I know I was accustomed to all of that, but if anybody tell me that having kids, your place was gonna look like a 9 to 5 job, you don't need to have them. You know what I mean? Somebody had told me that they were gonna look like a 9 to 5 job. You know what I mean? You would never know what you're gonna have until they have children. I swear, you would never know. Let me get that thing here. You will never know you're gonna have a name. That's the light I told you guys I have to I charge the light. So put on this again. Yes, so you would never know what is going on. You would never know, brother. Because with the kids them, they constantly messing up the place. I don't know if you guys are seeing it, but that's okay. It's not about seeing, sometimes it's about hearing. You know, they're messing up the place. I don't like that. And then they're like ants, they just spread. They just move from one place to the next. You know what I mean? You have to get that in order because that's, I don't know, but that's depressing. When your kids ain't just, you tell them, if you clean up, do this, do that. And every time you look or you go in their room or you look and you see the hot mess, well, like I say, every time I go in their room and I look and I see the hot mess, you know, because they have a nice little room there. It's not bad for little kids, you know, but geez, you clean it up now, nice steam carpet, everything for them. And then as soon as you fall asleep, or do anything. By the time you wake up back, you say don't eat in the room. They grab when you look, you go inside there, you see the plate, the cup. I'm like, mm-mm, you know. So now I have to get real irate at times, you know. Not to say you want to get irate with your children, but when you're alone and you're a single parent, I was talking to this lady, and I was telling her, I said, you know what? It's so hard when you are a single person and you have to play the role of the good and the bad, because basically you have to. Because if you tell them to do this and they're not, you're gonna have to go like a bad person now. You're gonna either do it or you're gonna get your ass whooped. You know, it's something, you know, even if you don't say it like that, something. Or I'm gonna take away your tablet, or I'm gonna take away your phone, or I won't punish my kids with food. They gotta eat. I don't care how anything go, they gotta eat. I don't believe in taking away children food. That I don't believe in. They have to eat. In my book, everybody must eat. You just imagine you hungry for a little time and your iron level drop. If you have sugar, your sugar level drop and everything. So you can only imagine you punish a child, oh, you're not gonna eat till you do this. Nope. I rather they eat and then go do what they have to do. Because when they eat, then I can tear their ass up because they eat. You know what I mean? But food, I don't believe you deprive a child of food. If you can't so hungry sometimes till your body's shaking, imagine a poor child. So always make sure food, and they sometimes some certain food that go fast, like the fruits and the vegetable, those things either they go fast or they spoil fast. Cause you gonna have times where you don't feel like you want it either. But the beans really come in handy. Those beans they come in handy because you don't have to if you don't have any other protein, bean are so high in protein, and a lentil. I wish they had lentil peas, they can. I haven't seen a lentil peas in the can. I haven't seen it. Let me know if you guys seen it, but I haven't seen lentil peas. Because lentil peas is so high in protein. People from the Middle East, they eat a lot of lentil. Yes. Those Mediterranean restaurants and stuff like that. I used to work in one of them, man. I used to eat healthy. And they fattoush salad, woo, fattoush. I used to love how they say when they come and say, "Can I have fattoush? Fattoush?" With a salad there, and they make their own little recipe with olive oil and stuff and some seasoning mixed together with whatever. And they pour it on the salad. Or they give lamb meat or whatever. They give you a lot of lamb meat for those of who eat lamb. Yeah. Well, such is life. Such is life. You win some, you lose some. Such is life. But when you start to understand and start to figure out life on your own, you realize that you're starting to embrace who you are as an individual, as opposed to just having yourself looking at everything somebody else doing. You start to embrace yourself more. And it's not to say you're full of yourself. We're not talking in that capacity. You start to learn things about yourself that maybe you watching other people and not paying attention in terms of comparing yourself. But this time you start to take note of yourself. It's time you realize that wow, resilient is really amazing. Whatever your name is, you say to yourself, you know, I'm really amazing. Hmm. And then you can say, okay, well, I have some bad trait. I just need to work on my bad trait, whatever your bad trait is. You know, when I go to church and the pastor was talking about we all have infirmities, and infirmities are weaknesses. It could be your mouth, it could be anything at all. You know what I mean? I have that video all about infirmities. You can go watch it. You gotta listen good in the background because the pastor was preaching. He was talking about infirmities. So you will see me nodding my head and stuff. But if you don't look at me, look at listen to the message there. And he was talking about infirmities and their weaknesses. And yeah, and and stuff. And it was a beautiful little message that day too. I was telling about a lot of stuff. Because sometimes, we're looking at the person directly, but we're not listening to the message. We're just looking at somebody. Oh, we don't like this person. Oh, we don't. No, no, no. You sometimes it's the message. It's like a lot of song I'll be listening to or something. I don't know the words. All I know is the beat, like that thing there we always do with the hand, bam, bam, bam. It's just the beat. It's so catchy. It's so uplifting. It's so refreshing. It's so calming. It's so relaxing. It's so soothing, and then it's so funny at the same time. You know what I mean? Yeah. So when you listen to the beat, you hear the sound of the drum, and it's like rain or something frying in a pot with water, or oil is hot, and you drop something in there and it's frying, and you shh. You know what I mean? So. Because sometimes we're looking directly at somebody, and it's not the person you're looking at, is the message. What is this person saying? What kind of message is it? What is going to resonate with me? What can I use? What can I take from that to open my blank page to start create my chapter, to write my own chapter or my own story, or write something, a poem, a song, a journal, whatever. You know what I mean? So, because I think sometimes when we start to look at an individual, and we might say, oh, this person ain't cute, oh, this person ain't handsome, oh, this person ain't beautiful, but their message are forgotten because you are so worried about, oh, because this person carrying the message is not beautiful, this person carrying the message is not handsome, this person carrying the message is not cute. What does cute have to do with the good message? Good message come in all form, shape, or the other. You just sometimes it's the message. What is the message saying? It's like you say, what? I'm a messenger. What's that song say? You know what I mean? Like you say, it's like you say, somebody carrying your mail, and you're looking at the person, but you're not looking at how hard that person is working, walking all the blocks, maybe park at one end, and then walk all the blocks on one side of the street, and then they have to go on the other side of the street again and make sure they complete all that there just to bring your mail. And sometimes you're looking at the person, Lord, look at this person, not cute, not handsome, or she this. But you're not literally looking at how much work that person is putting in. They walk in, day out. Can you imagine if those persons not taking their vitamin, not eating healthy, how they deteriorate? Hmm? So it's a lot of things you know, you have to look at when you're looking at something. It's not anybody can bring a message across. Anybody. You could be in the hospital bed and God said, make a change. This is your chance to make a change before you leave. Make that change. Nobody know but you and God. When they see a thought transition, like that young man after he went into cardiac arrest. That young man, I forgot his name. He come up after he got relieve him or revive him, and he come back to life and everything. He create I forgot what he created something to help bring awareness to sports, and even though awareness was out there for sport, but just to shed more light and the danger of some of these things. So sometimes you see people out there and the grime doing what they gotta do, their 9 to 5 job, and you wouldn't even understand the hustle. And it could be anything, just like how you have the footballers now. and they out there and they're doing the hustle and the bustle. And then one got injured right there, can't play for a while. So it's life, it's challenging, it's tough. But we can't keep say everything is tough. We have to find, keep pushing, keep remembering that solution not gonna come if you don't try to figure out how to get the solution. You find the patch for the sewer. Where is what which part of it is leaking? You know, so sometimes things not gonna come overnight right away when you want it, but it will come. As that songwriter say, it's been a long time coming, and I know change gonna come. Oh yes, change gonna come. You gotta believe. And to believe and hope. Oh yes, you know. It's like um I watch a lot of YouTubers and so forth, and one message I have for them: you don't worry, never worry about nothing. Yes, you do worry, and that's the honest truth. But when God is in the midst of everything, it make life more easier because He's strengthening you. And you have to remember the devil is right there around the corner. So when you feel powerful today, he for the rest of the day he might try to destroy your life. You know what I mean? And that's is just natural how it works. But sometimes we don't need to look at the person or anything. Just listen to the message. If they got a message, you can listen. Or you scroll through, you listen in between, and you see if what the message is about. See what kind of message are this person bringing. You know that you can take a blank page, because I always like to say, you take a blank page and you fill it up with your own story. You know what I mean? A blank page, and you fill it up with your own story. That's what I believe in, because that's how people make their story. That's how people tell their story. You can tell somebody a story. You can talk about what they said or what you heard they utter out their mouth or something, but that at least they are not the one who tell their story. But they're the one who tells their story. So sometimes we be anywhere we go, we always tend to, and it's natural, it's human kind. We're human beings. We're always looking at the messenger, looking at the person talking, but we're not literally listening to the message. You know. And then again, sometimes you might not understand what this person is saying because of language barrier as well. So there's a lot of things can come into factor when it come on to talking or communicating, engaging, interacting with others, because barriers are always gonna be in this world. You ain't gonna get rid of barriers. Especially when you're from different walks of life. You might not understand exactly the language which I use, you know. But maybe if I'm speaking a certain language, which you might be fluent in, then you will sure understand. But if you have to speak with people from all walks of life, it's gonna be hard because not everybody language you will be able to speak into. Not everybody you will be able to read. So they have to either look at you directly to see if they like you, which is so cliche sometimes because so many different factors play a role in things. So some people have to watch your lips so see if they can read what you're saying. Different language. 'Cause you have sign language, you have all kind of language: Spanish, French, Dutch, Arabic, Mandarin. Mandarin, which is the easiest Chinese language to learn for anybody. If you want to learn Mandarin, that's the easiest Chinese language, in my opinion. You know, even if you want to teach your kids, Chinese language, Mandarin, because they have many different languages, but that one is the easiest one that anybody go anywhere and they study that one, Mandarin. Even if they study some other one, but Mandarin is the more popular one, you know. Yeah. And that's why it's always good to pay attention. Pay attention. And that's why, you know, it's so tough sometimes because being on a platform like YouTube and you have to talk like this sometimes, like you just like I said, don't look at the person, just listen to the message. But then it just come to my thoughts and it just like some people can look at you and get what you're saying because they understand, they can read you or anything. But then and what about the person who don't speak your language? What about the person who is not who is not able to communicate with you visually in terms of looking at you physically, so there's so many things that you know that make the factors of life really s- circulars because sometimes you can be talking and you're trying not to be biased, you're trying not to just cater for one specific group of people, which is the English speaking, because I do speak English even though I have Creole, which is my mother tongue. I use it a lot, you know but it's hard. But at least you can acknowledge people, wave, thumbs up, something go, how is the day going? If you're not going good, up, what I mean? So there's ways to communicate. And then for all languages, I think sign language, a lot of people will understand if I learn sign language. Because it doesn't matter if you speak Arabic, Dutch, French, whatever. I think most people will understand sign language. Because when I used to work in Maine, and I remember I used to work at the theme park there too. And a few people come and they say, no English, no English, no English. It used to be so funny. They say, no English, no English. And they were French, and they were mostly French and Spanish because Canada is close to Maine. So it's just probably a plane ride away or a drive away, I think. Montreal, Canada. It's very close to Maine. Then they come and and most of the French words are similar to Spanish. It's just they have a different way of saying it and stuff. Yeah. I forgot how they used to say cheetah. They told me I forgot how they told me how to say cheetah and which other one? One of the animal their name is sounding just like rojo, like red. But I forgot which one of the animal. I don't even remember. But anyway, story for a different day. We're not in class. We're not trying to figure out no exam grades or we're not trying to get no grades. Just you're chit chatting. So I used to use my hand a lot, not realizing that part of my hand was a part of sign language. Why does my bone look like this? My bone look like this. Oh, this that's how all the bone look. Yeah. So yeah, such is life. But I was able to communicate with it. And a good thing, I was learning Spanish at the time, so I was a little bit more fluent in Spanish. I need to pick it up because you know what they say: you don't use it, you lose it. That saying is so true. Anything you don't use in a long time, you lose it. Even in a house, sometimes you might buy something and you forgot about it because you haven't used it in so long, or you didn't even use it. But when you're ready to use it, is when you remember it, and then you say, "Look, where is it? Harry gone with it. Pat gone with it." Because they watch you, they watch you so long and realize, oh, Harry don't need it. Pat don't need it. Okay, let's take it. Then when you're ready to use it, you're like, Harry, Harry, did you take my stuff? No. But such is life, my beautiful people. I ain't gonna stay long with you guys. I just wanted to come on and, as long as you're doing YouTube, you're just trying to, better yourself sometime. The little mother here with two little boys is not easy. So, but we still have to do it because I'm not gonna be the first single parents out there or anything, or the first single mom, or if you're a single mom, single dad, wife or husband, it don't really matter because sometimes you can still have your husband in the house and he don't do nothing, and sometimes you could still have your wife in the house and she don't do nothing. So life work vice versa. Sometimes you're not single but you're single. So such is life. You win some, you lose some. Anyway, you flip the coin. Sometimes you can get rid of some things. Sometimes you're in house together and you're totally stranger till you reach out on the road. So it's what it is. And then you have the beautiful people who understand the purpose of life, purpose of getting there and being there. Whatever, wherever you guys are in your journey, I just want to let you guys know, never give up. And even if it's not YouTube you guys are on and you're starting a new career or you're starting a new project, or you're transitioning to motherhood, you're transitioning to being a new father, you transition into probably writing your first book, transition into getting on the track, you transition into get you close to getting your 4.0 GPA, your 3.0 GPA, whatever GPA you're aiming for, and you're in college or anything, you're in high school or anything, and you're trying to achieve those grades so you could be better. Transition to the schools, the universities that you would want to go to, or the colleges or whatever, to learn a trade, learn a skill, to get a career, or even if you're trying to get into the music industry, or you're trying to get into anything, any art form, because anything you do, whether into culinary art, visual art, whatever, cosmetology, um, whatever you're trying to achieve, and you think there's a roadblock there climbing on or anything, don't give up. Roadblocks are meant to stop you sometimes. As long as you live to overcome those roadblocks, you will be able to move them out the way and go keep going. So sometimes God put roadblocks in your way to stop you because something was ahead of you about to destroy you. So remember that, okay? Sometimes roadblocks come in your way. God put them there to stop you in your tracks, to protect you, to save you, because He know what was ahead of you. Even though we don't know what the destiny, what is our destiny, we don't know what the future holds. We don't know what the future lies. Doesn't mean we must not keep pressing and keep going and keep dreaming and keep believing. And then sooner or later, one of these fine days, as they have the songwriter say, one of these days we'll meet again. One of these fine days. One of these fine days, you will see growth. You will see your bundle of joy just bloom right there. So whatever you're struggling with, whatever you're stressing about, we all do stress about something, whether we want to admit it or not. And sometimes literally some people not stressing, but they stress internally. You can stress internally, not realizing that you look okay and everything, but you're literally stressing till somebody say, "Oh, Pam just went to the hospital for what? Pam look healthy." But this life is what it is. You know what I mean? And no offense to the Palms, because some people will say, I'm Pam, why you keep calling Pam name? No offense to the Palms, no offense to the Pats, no. Those are just popular common names we are accustomed to as children growing up, and it's easier to say something, especially if you don't want to call somebody name. You say, Pat or Harry or whatever. So no offense to those names out there, okay? Those names are a blessing, because if they weren't a blessing, we wouldn't be able to use them so much. So if you're a Pam, you're a Pat, you're a Harry or whatever, those are blessing. blessing to, not saying that we're not blessed, but it's just blessing to those names because they easily to identify something as Pat this, Pat that, or Sam this, Sam that, Harry this, Harry that, to make reference. So those are some blessed names that come about that everybody, what any walks of life you're from can use. You know what I mean? But have a blessed night, my people, and I'll see you until then. But remember, if you have a channel and you want a girl to check you out, I'll check you out whenever time. Always just leave a comment on one of the videos. As I said, you don't even have to go ahead and watch the video. As much as the part, part of your journey to become a YouTuber is that you want people to subscribe, like, share, comment, and hit that bell so every time you post, they get notification and everything. But anything is for you, we get it. And that's what I believe in. Anything is for me, I will get it in due time. Because they say what due to Caesar will be given unto Caesar. So we just have to keep working, even when nobody see you, gotta just keep working. Because the goal of you stop, if you stop working, then how you gonna be discovered, you know? And this is for all YouTubers out there, whether young, small, old. And when I mean old, you're already so unified in this place. You've been on here how much years now, you know what I mean? But sometimes you do drift away from the norm, which is natural. And when I mean the norm now, I'm talking about how consistent you would be, who you would be in doing this, doing that. But it's okay to bounce back. And that's why the word resilient queen, resilient, mean the ability to recover from the setbacks. You know what I mean? So it's all talking about those setbacks, whatever was hampering over you, whatever was trying to destroy you and everything. But once you can bounce back, you can bounce back. You know what I mean? That's all it takes. Sometimes you bounce back and you don't drink, but let's use this word relapse, any little thing, depression, anxiety. Some people say they have PTSD and all these kind of things. So it's a lot of things sometimes, you know what I mean? It's a lot. So such is life. But all of these things you're going through is gonna shape you. It will shape you. And for everyone out there who's struggling internally, because not everybody want to comment on people channel to hear their issues out or anything. But I can let you guys know, for anyone who is struggling and you're struggling internally, you just get your local safe space. Whether you like to sit in your cars, even though whether if depending on the area you live, those things are not really safe, because of the violence behind it. But whatever you're doing, if you're in a comfortable space or whatever, go sit in some little corner. You just have a little more interaction with your God, one on one. You know, you don't have to be out there yelling and screaming. God answer prayer even when time you don't yell. You know what I mean? So just have your one on one moment with him, and talk to him. Let him know whatever you're going through is tough. Even if you can't handle it, be honest with him. He's your God. He's the one who sees and knows everything. And even the man who don't believe in anything, when you're sick, the first thing you call upon is God. So just whisper to him whatever you're going through, man. Just whisper to God. You don't have to whisper to mankind. You whisper to God. Talk to him. Let him know the challenges you're having and the solution you're coming up with. But each time you come up with them, they seem like they are roadblocks themselves. How can you remove these barriers for me? How can I move these barriers, these roadblocks every time I try to create a pathway? There's a roadblock. You pray for what you want. You hear me? Don't do anything to regret it. Sometimes the tongue is something else. The tongue is something else, and I can tell you that as an individual, as a human being, I can tell you sometimes the tongue is something else, man. But keep fighting. Keep being self-aware. Keep doing what you're supposed to be doing. And even if you're not a YouTuber or anything, but you just watch videos, support people, you know, or anything, just keep believing in yourself. Sometimes it's just to relax too. So it's not just to support, but to relax and be calm, cool and collective. But sometimes you can be calm, cool and collective, but we gotta still find a way to be cool, calm and collective. You know what I mean? Positivity wins every time. At least that's what they say. But sometimes in order to know positivity, you gotta know negativity. Just think about it, because the negativity is what you're gonna flip around and turn it into positivity. That many times, sometimes people say some stuff to you, and it literally was blatant rude. But then, because of the kind of person you are, you were able to turn your negativity into positivity. So even negativity can turn into positivity, because based on how you are perceiving the world around you. It's just like a kid interpretation of the world is going to be totally different from a grown adult. So you have to think about it depends on how you, as an individual, we're not talking as a group or anything, because even when you're in a group, everybody had their own mind. So we're talking about as an individual, how you as an individual perceive the world around you. So very important. It's not just kids perceive the world around you, because the older you get, you tend to be a little bit more wiser. Not all the time, but you tend to be a little bit more wiser. So the decisions you're gonna make is much more gonna be around a lot of things. Health, wealth, safety, housing, car, children, wife, husband, family, and the list goes on of some of the things that you want to make sure whatever you're gonna do is built around. And sometimes that can come with great stress too, because you have to stress yourself, bleach sleepless nights, just to go out there and be on the grime, so you can be able to say here, like that. So it's not easy. Like that young man said, my father they kill we not crash there, and he said, but he was the made a breadwinner for the house. My mom may do look a odd job here and there, but he was a breadwinner. So you see, the challenge of life is tough, but we gotta still remember, hey baby, hey young man, hey young girls, pull through. If something not going good in your life and you think, because sometimes some people gonna be over the edge. No matter how we preach, no matter how we speak, no matter how we bring positivity into this world, if it depends on how people perceive the world around them growing up as young children, as adults, as anything at all. And there's no one size that fit all, but we have to implore people that you got a mirror in your house. Sorry, it's time to go to bed. You got a mirror in your house, check those reflections, because whatever you see in the mirror gonna be a reflection of you. You know, like I always say, people reflection of me is not the reflection I have of myself. And that was something I developed while I was in college there, because when you're faced with a lot of animosity sometimes, that tend to weigh you down. That tend to make you don't even want to show your face. That tend to make you feel like you're no good in this world, and that but it's okay. It's okay not to be okay, and it's okay not to be good in this world, and it's okay to be good in this world. What you gotta do to work to be good and go from not being so good in this world to be good is to work on yourself. And if that means sometimes you have to close doors, close the door. Excuse me, I gotta close my door. You know, just be honest and upfront about it. You don't have to be rude with it or anything. It's just like it's what it is. Because it's when you rude, that's when life become more sticky or challenging. So But in all we do want always say, life is what it is. So anyway, people, I think I keep saying I gotta go, I gotta go. So you see me yawning. I ain't letting the third yawn catch me in here. So you guys, thank you guys that tuned in. Thank you guys for, keep supporting your girl here. And I promise you guys that one day when things start looking up for the girl here and everything, all of you here, I would love to, you know, I won't say because you never know. We're not jumping nothing. Let's keep it 100. Ain't jumping nothing. Let's keep going. Just thank you guys for your support and continual support and everything. And have a blessed night. Until then, peace out, people. So you have a blessed night, everyone. Okay.